Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here's a Four of Cups. This is a lot of emotional security. This is the moon in Cancer. This is kind of your familiar place, right? This is very lovely energy. This is very stable emotional energy, okay? I think the first thing really for 2024 is that whatever emotional situation that you're dealing with toward the end of the year is going to be resolved. Okay, everything is going to kind of to mellow out. Everything's going to be okay. All right, let's put that into some context. Now we've got an Eight of Wands. We've got some devil energy. We've got an Ace of Swords, and we've got a Prince of Swords. We've got a Nine of Wands. So with the Prince of Swords here, I feel like there's maybe a sibling. There's kind of this. I can't tell if they're older or younger male energy, but I feel like they're the same age as you. It's like up here, it could be a sibling. It could be a little bit older or a little bit younger. But I feel like this is probably what the emotional situation was. I think it was with this male energy in your life. I feel like that is stabilizing. And I feel like with the Ace here, there's been a resolution. There's been some sort of an issue that was causing some emotional turmoil. And it really could be related to the direction that the two of you are going in life, but I feel like now you're on the same page. And I feel like there is now the relationship is becoming even stronger because this conversation has taken place because this emotional energy is stabilizing. Okay, so for some of you, this is really good news about this relationship, that it's becoming stronger now because you went through this difficult period, okay? And I think you're coming to this acknowledgement with each other that you really both are on the same page, you both have the same goals, right? And that's very good energy. The Five of Cups, yeah, this is kind of what I was saying with the Four of Cups. There was this turmoil that I think is going to stabilize. We've got this vision of the future with the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Cups, okay, Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Wow, happiness. Happiness. This is a year of something very, very special. This is your year, okay? We've got a 9, and we've got a 9 here. Double nines, that is pretty fantastic. We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. It's one random card. Whoa, I guess that's the one. From the Smith-Waite Tarot, we're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Just happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, right? But it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments, all right? We're going to do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition, okay? Let's take a look around the room now. The only major arcana card that we have is this devil energy, okay? And, sometimes when we only get one major arcana card, it kind of puts an extra emphasis on this, right? So I feel like this is really your creative ambition. I think also I'm getting this feeling like someone, either you or someone close to you, has been having maybe a problem with your eyes. I don't know if there's like a vision thing going on with you or with someone close to you. But I feel like that's kind of, that's like an underlying worry with you, and I'm not a medical doctor, I can't diagnose, but I feel like that's kind of an ongoing issue, all right? And that's kind of echoed too with the Ace of Swords here. This is acuity, this is clarity, right? And taking these two together, I think maybe there's something to do with the vision going on, right? Anyway, we've got our fire energy. We've got a lot of water energy. This is a very emotional time for you, and I think it really is. It's really blossoming. What was kind of tumultuous, what was difficult, what was uncertain, what was kind of uneasy about things, is now becoming very strong and very happy. This is a real confidence in the future here. This is going to be your year, Cancer. I really do believe that. I think this is the year of miracles for you. This is the year of a lot of your underlying ambitions, spiritual ambitions, creative ambitions, career, relationships, everything that you have always wanted in life. All of those things that are just brewing beneath the surface for you are now erupting into reality, right? And this is that ambition. This is you. It's kind of like once the fire gets started, it's going to keep burning, right? It's going to spread. It is, a little taste of success, a little taste of the miracle, and you get hooked. And I think that you're just going to keep aspiring to more. You're going to keep climbing. You're going to keep, you have this ambition that just keeps growing and growing and growing. And I think a big part of this is coming by way of this relationship. For some of you, this is a romantic relationship. For some of you, this is a sibling. For others, this is maybe an artistic business collaboration. Okay? And I think that you really are realizing that you and this other person have the same vision, that you both have this picture of the future that's pretty much identical, right? So I think part of this worry was that you might be diverging, that you might be kind of growing apart. But no, I think that you'll have this conversation, that all of this will kind of come out into the open, and you'll realize, no, that the two of you are literally like right in the same lane, And I think that's very reassuring because you do have these plans. You do have a vision of kind of how you want this year to go, what you expect to see by December 2024, right? You need to start planning for that now. You got to start reverse engineering that, right? Working your way backwards and realizing that every decision you make today, every thought, word, and deed in the present is creating that picture of the future. It's creating who you are, a year from now, right? And I think that's part of this Eight of Wands, that we have to, what might have felt like a little bit of scattered energy, kind of too many possibilities, or more than that. Like if we take the Four of Cups, right? This is that emotional stability. This is Cancer being in a really familiar place, a really safe and secure, stable energy. This is where we like to be. This is where you can kind of just put on your pajamas and relax in a nice cozy chair. This is where we really enjoy living in our energy. But I think that without that, we feel scattered. Without that, we feel this anxiety. See, I'm a solar Cancer too. Without having that kind of stability or safety or security, we start feeling like we're just kind of jazz hands, tap dancing in place. We've got all this energy building up, all of this creative energy, all of this, magma underneath the surface that is looking for a place to go, but we don't know how to express it. We don't know which direction to go. So there's this uncertainty. When we have this emotional uncertainty, we start to freak out. We don't know where our life is going. We don't know which direction to move. We take one step this way, no, we retreat. One step this way, no, we retreat. And this, to me, it's kind of symbolic with this whole vision thing, that it's almost as if now our eyesight's getting blurry, right? We can't see the vision as clearly as we used to. Well, I think that's part of this, the tumultuous emotional energy that is being resolved. I think it is going to stabilize. I think as the first few weeks of the year get on, you're going to see a stabilizing of this emotional energy. And whoever this person is, they might be an air sign person. I feel like it's somebody your same age, could be a romantic partner, business partner, could be a sibling, friend, whatever it is. I feel like this is the person that you're trying to plan the future with, right? And for whatever reason, there's been this uncertainty. There's been this emotional disconnect. There's been some sort of almost frantic, chaotic, uncertain energy with them. I think it's stabilizing. I think in the first few weeks of the year, you're going to have this conversation with them that is going to, it's difficult for you. I think it's difficult for you to open yourself up and have this kind of vulnerable emotional conversation. You know, it's like having this kind of a discussion makes you very emotional, right? So it's difficult for us to do that. But I think it's worthwhile, because I think what you're looking for is clarity. You're looking for the answer. You're looking for some sort of reassurance or reaffirmation that that you're on the right path. Now, when we're talking about this other person, for some of you, yes, I think it's going to be a person that is with you now. For others of you, I don't think this is a physical person at all. I think that this is sometimes a projection of our own insecurities, right? And so we could be projecting that onto someone else in our life, a romantic partner, a friend, a family member. But it's almost as if our own doubts are somehow taking shape, taking form, taking a human form, and it kind of objectifies those insecurities for us. Okay. But either way, however this is resonating for you, this is that symbol. This is the representation of all the doubts and uncertainty that are on the top of your mind right now, because this card's at the top of the path of the dove. This is everything that you're worried about in life, right? But the good news is, I think we're having the resolution. We're getting the stability that we need, okay? And that is really going to give us some solid direction. See, now we've got the 9 of Wands. This is real strength, resolve, commitment, fortitude. This is us having the connection with the lunar energy, that psychic energy. And this, I think, is I think you're gonna have a more vivid experience with dreams. You know, I think for some of you, this year is really going to be one where your dreams take on such a tremendous importance to you, you know, that I think part of your vision of the future is revealed to you in your dreams, in not only like your nighttime dreams, but in your unconscious stirrings, in your visions, your daydreams, your waking fantasies, you know, this sort of kind of communication with the unconscious, but maybe primarily in your kind of nighttime dreams, right? So with an Ace of Swords, this is an instruction, I think. Start writing your dreams down, right? When you have these kind of random thoughts, random fantasies, or daydreams, right? Don't just let them go. Write them down. What are they telling you, right? I think they're revealing your future to you. They're revealing the details of your future self, your future life. They're revealing the nature of your spiritual aspirations. Again, this is the only major arcana card that we have. Okay. Also, someone in your life, I think something to do with oysters here. I think maybe you just recently tried oysters for the first time, or there's some kind of a joke with oysters, and I don't know what that's about. But it's like a family joke or something, or like an inside joke, something with oysters. Anyway, these little details pop into my head, and sometimes they let us know that we're on the right track, that we're grasping the right thread of energy here, you know, because all of this energy comes in as threads of light, yeah. And depending on which one we start unraveling, we're going to get some different details. And sometimes these little random things, like the thing with the eyesight and the oysters and the kind of inside joke, let us know that we're tapping into the right thread, you know, that we're pulling on the right strings here. anyway, we're going to switch over to the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And leave some comments for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Okay? I appreciate all of you very, very much. All right, the 5 here. This is really this unstable emotional energy that we've been experiencing. And I think the last few months of 2023, you've started to feel more and more anxiety, more and more restlessness. And so I'm very, very optimistic and very happy to say that it seems to me like everything is going to stabilize as we start getting a more clear vision of where we're going to be in 6 months or a year from now, right? And when we start to kind of reintegrate some of these fears, worries, and concerns that we've objectified, that we've personified, that we've projected, right? And this could be in the form of that other person, business partner, romantic partner, friend, family member, whatever. Or this could just be our projection of our insecurities, right? But we stabilize that, and we realize that we have a path, that we have a trajectory, and that we are we are in harmony with ourselves, and we have a direction, right? And we're right where we need to be. Okay, and the Knight of Pentacles, I think, is really confirming that, saying that where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. It's a good time for us to stop and check in with our vision and think, yep, okay, I'm still right on the kind of straight and narrow path. Because then, of course, we've got to reverse engineer it to get the next steps. You know, we need to know what we need to do between here and a year from now, let's say, or 5 years, 10 years from now. So it doesn't hurt to stop every once in a while and check your compass, check your map, right? Check your navigation, make sure you're standing right where you kind of expected to be, and so that you know where the next few steps are, right? So we're planning for the future. We're trying to plan a few steps ahead in terms of this big, grand vision that we have, right? And the seven of Cups that we're experiencing here. I wonder if for some of you there is still there's some sort of with the water energy, the 5 and the 7. There's some sort of grief, some sort of mourning, some sort of a loss that you've experienced in this past year that is still an influence on you. That maybe you lost somebody. My condolences if you have. But that loss, I think, is a reason to question where you are and where you're going and how you're going about it, right? So for some of you, that's how we got into this situation of this kind of emotional turmoil, right? We've experienced the loss. We're still grieving. We're still mourning. We're still wondering now, are we doing the right thing? Are we on the right path? I think all of these cards are confirming that, yes, you are. And the one thing, if we can find the silver lining in any of this, the emotional difficulties of life, it is the fact that they teach us what to be on the lookout for. So now there's this confidence that that you can handle difficult situations, right? There's this confidence in yourself. There's this inner strength that you can summon, right? We've got this. This is very ambitious, very strong, confident energy with these two. But there's also this realization that if you were on the wrong path, you would know it. You trust yourself enough that you could spot the red flags. If something wasn't right about this, you would know it. Beyond just this projection of our insecurities, our worries, our fears, that you would know deep down, this is not right. Yeah. If there's any silver lining in some of these emotionally difficult experiences, the silver lining is that you trust yourself to see when there is any kind of danger or any kind of red flags. Yeah. And so it's this confidence that I think is really going to keep you going, because if we listen to our fears, worries, and our insecurities, and we end up making a decision based on these, well, then we're lost, right? But if we have if we trust ourselves, that we can see things for what they are, that we can see the red flags, that we know how to kind of get ourselves out of danger, that if there was something inherently wrong in the path that we were on, if something wasn't right, we would know it. It's that confidence that's going to allow us to get to this Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups, this is like a year of miracles. I think if it's the first 3 months where we see the kind of stabilizing of the emotional energy, well, the next 9 months of the year, right, are going to be miracles, right, are going to be just positive situation, are just going to be this influx of very, very spiritual energy, very positive energy. Okay, this is fulfillment on the physical, mental, emotional, and the spiritual creative planes. This is a life full of value and richness and meaning, satisfaction. Yeah, this is pursuing happiness. This is following your bliss. Yeah. So I think this is going to be a very, very, very special year for you. I think this is your year. It's your time to shine. I think give it a month or two for this emotional energy to stabilize. If we're coming off of a recent loss, if we're trying to reconcile some of this this relationship turmoil, give it a couple of months and let this work on settling this energy and stabilizing this emotional energy. And then it's all manifestation. It's all ambition and creation and ascension and moving forward, right, into this Nine of Cups. And this is special. Let's look at the mystery card. Yeah. If we had to predict the mystery card, what do we think it would be? Well, maybe some earth energy. Maybe we need to go along this Nine of Cups. Maybe we need a Nine of Pentacles. Maybe we need some earth energy to say, yeah, this is all good in theory, but I want to see some actual tangible results. There needs to be something that I can hold in my hand. Right? Something that I can touch and taste. So I'd like to see some earth energy. Pentacles. Yeah. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got an Eight of Swords. Dang it. The Eight of Swords is us problem solving. This is us realizing that we've got to do something with these insecurities, that this is the first stage of the work. Maybe that Nine of Cups, maybe that's already the promise the rest of the year. If we can get out of this, if we can stabilize this emotional energy, that Nine of Cups is all but guaranteed, right? So the Eight of Swords is saying that we've got to get creative in how we approach this problem. We can't let our insecurities lock us up. We can't get tangled up in all of this overthinking and all of this speculation and all of this worry and doubt and all these insecurities. We've got to be clear with what we want, clear in how we express ourselves. This is the one sword that can get us out of this. Okay? And this is kind of having that discussion. This is having a sense of purpose and truth and destiny, having your mission statement, right? And if this is talking about another person in your life, having this conversation to see if the two of you are still in harmony. It's not about you trying to convince them. It's not about you guys arguing or debating anything. It's certainly not about you changing your desires or changing your path. It's not really about a compromise, right? It's about just a simple yes or no. Are you still in alignment? Yeah. Too much debate, too much discussion, and I think that you're kind of self-sabotaging or you're compromising things that are non-negotiable for you. This Ace of Swords, this is your path, this is your destiny, this is your truth. This is something that's non-negotiable. This is not something to compromise with, right? So the Eight of Swords then kind of tangles us up. It's too much of a conversation where there doesn't need to be, there's no discussion. It's yes or no, right? And so I think that this is us dealing with these insecurities in a way that is direct and to the point to stabilize this emotional energy so that we can continue on and we can get our Nine of Cups. And we can make this the best year ever, right? But we've got to resolve the lingering issues that I think are being carried over from the last couple of months of 2023. Okay? This is going to be a very special year for you. Let's not get tangled up in these swords here. Okay? Now, we're going to do an extended reading if my voice can hold out. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link either up in the corner or there's a link down in the video description. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Saturday, but I'm here every day. Just come on back tomorrow and we'll talk again. Okay. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, doesn't cost you anything. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Okay. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.